aspect of, getting stuff in and all that?
Well, so far so good. You can only simulate crowd noise and things of that nature so much, but so far the guys are handling. We understand. I'm from South Carolina. I've been to Carolina games, so I understand how rowdy and how passionate they are about football there. So we know it's going to be a ridiculous SEC road game environment. So the guys are handling it the right way.
It's their offensive line that had to do a lot of shuffling. You kind of capitalize on that.
I think they have a good group when they're healthy. They played a number of different guys at certain spots. Sometimes that can be challenging, but the thing that I've seen, I watched them play Louisiana Tech and some other people. Those guys have come right in, they filled in, and they come off the ball and they execute well, and they're well coached. You could tell that what they're trying to do and what they're trying to get accomplished. So, regardless of who's in the lineup, we've been preparing. We're going to see their best effort, and it's a well-coached group.
What do you think about McTelvin? How has he played this year? And what, I guess maybe you could do some things with him with the offensive line, changing up some stuff.
Well, Sosa is playing hard and doing what we're asking him to do, and he's making the plays that we need him to make. One of the things I harp on those guys all the time is about do your job and do it well. And when you do things like that, the game will come to you, and you'll make the plays that you're supposed to make. And he's working hard at that, and doing that for us in practice. So they like you said, I know they've had some injuries up front, and Sosa's a big piece for us. And every week we go in, every offensive line we see, we're going to try to find ways to put our guys in the best position. So that's what we're doing this week.
Bentley, just how difficult is he to rush, and what kind of quarterback you feel he is?
I think he's a really good quarterback. I think he's really tough. His dad is a coach there at South Carolina, the running back coach, and he was an all-time winning high school coach in high school. So the kid has a ridiculous IQ for the game. He understands it. He knows where he wants to go. He makes great reads. He's not going to be rattled by different looks and things of that nature. So I think very highly of the kid. He's a very, very, very intelligent football player.
On that note, Coach, you guys haven't had great success so far this year, rushing the passer, getting sacks. How do you plan on changing that, getting Bentley on his back and having more success there against South Carolina?
Well, we're going to continue to do what we do, and obviously every week we look at ways that we can attack and, give our guys the best advantage as far as, rushing, whether it's 3-4 man, whatever it is, or bringing pressure. So, we've been looking at that a lot this week, and, we feel like we put together some things that we feel like that can help our team, help our defense.
Texas A&M got to him 5 times in the second half. Were they just bringing a regular 4-man rush, or were they blitzing, or what were they doing to get to him?
Texas A&M did a little bit of everything. It was a little 3-man rush, it was 4-man rush, it was pressures. They gave them multiple looks, and so that's kind of how they got to him. And they did a great job covering him too. A couple times he didn't have anywhere to throw the ball, and those guys just being relentless up front were able to get him down on the ground.
You mentioned being from South Carolina. Do you still have family there, and when's the last time you've been to a game there?
Oh man, it's funny. I went to high school in South Carolina, and my hometown is Greer, which is about an hour and a half from Columbia. So in high school, that's all you heard about was the Gamecocks. You either want to be a Gamecock fan or you want to be a Clemson fan. So I remember in high school going to several games, and it's been a long time since I've been there, but I always remembered when you went there, it was a rowdy place. Those fans are passionate, like Razorback fans are passionate when you come to our stadium. So it'll be a raucous arena, I'm sure.
Well, I have to ask you now, were you a Clemson fan or a South Carolina fan?
I knew you were going to ask me that. At that time, I probably was more of a Carolina fan because they won a little bit more than Clemson at that time. Now I would bet everybody would say they're a Clemson fan, just because they won a national championship. But at that time, I probably was a Carolina fan.
How important is this game for this team?
For our team,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's big just because, number one, it's the next opponent. That's always the next big game. But, you know, I think you always want to win in your conference and in your league. And, you know, it's another SEC game. You know, we played one and we're right there in the end. But, you know, you want to finish and you want to win. So, you know, it's the most important game because it's the next football game. It's the next opportunity that we have as a team to go out and prove ourselves and prove our worth. So from that aspect, it is important.
How do you feel T.J. Smith has done so far?
TJ's doing a nice job for us. He's very conscientious. He works really hard. He's a very coachable kid, and you know he's doing what we're asking him to do. And he's making his plays when it's he's letting the game come to him. But he's working really hard. I like how he's working for us.
You mentioned last week coaching pissed off, practicing pissed off. Is that mentality different coming off a win?
No. you guys know as well as I do as a coach, you're never quite satisfied because there's always other levels that you can get to and obtain. And you know, one of the things that we want to continue to get to, we want to get to that championship level, as we say. So there's a lot of things that we can work on. You know, we played a good offensive team last week. That quarterback is really special that we played last week. Just like the one we're playing this week. But there's things that we can improve upon, and that's what we worked really hard this week to improve upon some things, being sharper and crisper at some of our calls and things of that stuff. So, but like you say, you're always want to get better as a coach. You never want to stay the same.